Today is Friday, July 1st, 2016, and this is Generally Trivial.
Welcome to Generally Trivial, a conversation on the lighter side of current events.
Welcome to Generally Trivial. It is July 1st, Canada Day, also Bobby Bonilla Day. Today with me, I have Colby.
What's up?
And Tom.
Hello there.
Or do you prefer Thomas?
Thomas, thank you very much.
All right, we'll go with Thomas. Thank you guys for coming on. Are you guys pumped? It's Bobby Bonilla Day. He's making all that money every July 1st until the end of time, or maybe not even until then. I don't know.
Absolutely. I'm ready for my check. I don't know where it's at. The Mets owe me.
I think the Mets owe everybody.
All right.
It's funny, though, because I didn't think they would ever be good in the time that it took for him to quit being paid, but they're decent.
Yeah, it's paying off, I guess.
All right, well, Sean's not with us today. I really wanted to call him out on him owing me 2 Cokes because I did bet him that the Cleveland Cavaliers would win the title.
Maybe you can get Bobby Bonilla to work out the Coke payoff over time.
Right.
Yeah. 2 Cokes every July 1st.
Since you one little sip a week, the rest of the year.
Colby, I think for you it'd have to be honey buns.
It would. Then make sure they're iced. That's all I ask.
I wouldn't have it any other way, buddy.
Right.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead into Did You Hear?
Hey,
Did you hear?
did you hear about this one?
Did you hear?
Did you hear about this one?
So I got this from Dave Barry's blog. I love Dave Barry, and he kind of keeps a blog running. People submit weird little local stories. And so this was 3 guys. They busted into 2 pharmacies in Alabama, and they stole a lot of pills, but the pills they stole were all for erectile dysfunction.
Was it a hard theft?
Yeah. Yeah, these are hardened criminals, as you might say. So, but what makes it a little more interesting is that they've got photos of the 3 guys. 2 of them are dressed up like they're maybe extras in a Ninja Turtles movie, like they might be members of the Foot Clan. And one guy is wearing a skeleton costume, like in a Day of the Dead parade. And so obviously they're all disguised, but one guy was feeling a little festive, I guess. So they busted in to 2 different pharmacies in Dadeville, Alabama, and they stole thousands of dollars worth of ED medication. Now, I know these are valuable, not from personal purchases, but my wife is actually a pharmacy tech, and she says that some of these pills are like $100 a pop. So,
Wow.
yeah. One thing that was interesting to me about this story, besides the costumes and what they stole, if they broke in there at night, it's not like they have a big display back behind the counter.
Yeah.
So how did they know where to go and where to find
They know
these?
which ones.
Did they just get lucky? Because if they stole, like generics, it wouldn't be worth nearly as much. So, yeah.
They sound like guys that knew what they were doing.
They do, and there's a $1,000 reward if you can tip off the pharmacies and help them get some of their pills back. So.
Colby, I don't know about you, but I feel
Wow.
like they'd be easy to find because they'd just be kind of walking around and everyone's going to
Yeah.
kind of notice them.
They've got stiff necks. Yeah, you'd find them.
3 guys with newspapers over there. Yeah. So,
3 guys that refuse to go swimming no matter how hot it is.
Right.
Well, I am wondering what you guys think of your phone. Like, how important is your phone to you?
That's a tough question. I feel like I live on mine. I work through it, everything. So it's up there. I don't need it, but I have to have it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thomas?
it's kind of a similar setup. I get tired of it a lot, but it's hard to find a job now where you don't need to have your phone out, at least for part of the day. So,
Well, there was a study conducted by internet security giant Kaspersky, and they found that a quarter of people rank their smartphone as more or equally important as their parents.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm bad. I took a time a little bit last year where I deleted most of the apps off of my phone, at least for a month, and it kind of did give me a little bit of a refresher. but I can be bad with it too. You know, I'll get rid of a game and then I'll play a game on my phone for a while or check Facebook right when I get up in the morning, and it's annoying. For a lot of us, it's the last thing we interact with before going to sleep and the first thing that we check. So it's almost a 24/7 thing. So this gentleman that I'm going to be talking about, Aaron Chervenak.
Close enough.
He drove from Los Angeles to Las Vegas to take the love of his life, his smartphone, to the next level. Yes, that's right. He went to Las Vegas to marry his cell phone. Yeah, he put a ring on it.
Wow.
It obviously wasn't the most normal ceremony, but he got somebody to marry him in Las Vegas. I mean, that's pretty much the place where you're going to be able to get something like that happen. Apparently the people at that chapel were pretty excited, and he said he's trying to ask the hard questions of himself as to this relationship, and I'm trying to go as far as I can to explore it.
I just have a question. I got to know, did he get like the mugs and everything? Was it like the little chapel and hangover?
I don't know.
I hope he did. It'd be worth it.
I hope there was at least a hashtag for the wedding.
Absolutely. Has to be.
It says it's not legal yet to marry smartphones, but what I hope my wedding will do is somehow act as a symbolic gesture to show just how precious our phones are becoming in our daily lives, and hopefully get others to ask the same question of themselves and their relationships. So I can't tell if he's being ironic there.
I hope he's happy with the cell phone because no woman on earth is ever going to marry that guy. At least that's the feeling I've got from this so far. Who wants to marry the guy who married his cell phone?
If you can marry a teddy bear, you can marry a cell phone. That's what Ted told me, anyways.
Yeah, that is true.
What's a story? I don't have any stories. You guys, I was gone for the last 10 days in the wonderful state of misery. I learned about life insurance. That's important. Like a cell phone's important, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, can I break news right now? I feel like I should break news for everybody.
Well,
it's 46 minutes old news.
Yeah?
It's not really breaking news, I guess.
What you got?
Got Dwight Howard to the Hawks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that he might be going there.
And then Dwayne Wade apparently hot and heavy with New York. So there you go. There's some breaking news. Those are my stories.
That whole team will just get injured.
Yeah, absolutely. D Rose is already in a wheelchair.
I know. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Trivial Warfare podcast with Jonathan and Chris. They gave me the chance to be on the show recently. That episode with me on it, I think, will drop pretty soon. But any of you guys out there who like trivia, who like podcasts, it's a great show. It's a lot of fun. They know a lot. I play along a lot when I listen to the show, and I do okay. But it is a lot of fun. If you guys enjoy trivia, I definitely recommend. You can find it on iTunes, the Trivial Warfare podcast. This week, instead of the quick hits questions, I have a quiz for Thomas and Colby. And this is going to test you guys on how well you know your current events. Thomas, you are up first. This is a multiple choice. You will have an A, B, or C answer. Let's see who knows their stuff. So, new NBA champion J.R. Smith has a new product available for purchase. Is it A, a Team Swish hat, B, a t-shirt that gives wearers the look of his naked torso, or C, his new mixtape?
I'm going to base my answer off of a column I read, and using context clues from that column, I'm going to say B, but I could be way off. So
that is correct, B. Colby? Are you feeling strong?
No, I'm not good at trivia. I don't do trivia, but let's see what happens.
The Cleveland Cavaliers just won the title and ended the longest title drought in United States sports.
Okay.
Which city holds that title now? Is it Minneapolis, Milwaukee, or Cincinnati?
Oh, it's a tough question.
Just a heads up, they are the top 3 left. So they
They
are
are.
all up there, yeah.
Let's go with Cincinnati.
Cincinnati has not won a major pro sports title in 26 years, but it is Milwaukee. They have not
Ooh.
won anything in 45.
Ouch.
That hurts.
That does hurt. I'm a little sad right now thinking about it.
All right, Thomas, I am wondering what you know about LeBron James winning his 5th NBA title. He just did that, and which player has the most titles? Is it A, Michael Jordan, B, Magic Johnson, or C, Bill Russell?
I'm just going to say A, Michael Jordan, because he won so many. Oh, that means I'm right. Right.
That means that
Is it Bill Russell?
it is Bill Russell. It is Bill
See,
Russell.
well, I'm going to blame that on my youth and my ignorance.
All right, Colby, this is your chance to catch up.
All right, here goes nothing.
Bryan Cranston, the star of Breaking Bad, is set to play Zordon in the big screen revival of what popular kids' TV show?
Can I answer to say Power Rangers?
You are correct.
Yes. Got it.
A lot of times on this show, we like to hear the stories of the Florida man, the generic Florida man. Dudes in Florida always getting into stuff, man. So, a Florida man was recently arrested. I mean, all of these answers are probably right. But Thomas, he was recently arrested after an obscenity-laced, drunken tirade about what? Is it that A, he was mad his neighbors weren't voting for Donald Trump? B, that someone was harassing his pet ducks? Or C, he was upset about not getting jalapeno bacon mac and cheese?
This is Florida, and so I'm going to say C.
Oh, that he was upset about not getting jalapeno bacon mac and cheese?
Yes.
That is correct.
Florida pulled through for me there.
All right, Colby.
Yeah.
Mark Rober, who worked on the Mars rover, recently used his talents to create what? Is it A, the world's largest Nerf gun, B, a carrier pigeon system for Twitter, or C, a one-person rocket ship fueled by Mountain Dew?
I'm going to go with A, but I really wish he was going to ride his bicycle to Mars. That would be even better.
A is the correct answer, sir.
Fantastic.
Have you seen this gun, Jeff?
No.
It
Well,
is-
I guess I did. I didn't see it in action, but I saw him holding it.
It is
Yeah.
a sight to behold.
All right, so that means going into the final round that you guys are tied at 2 apiece. So this is a big question, Thomas. I need to know what you know about Marilyn Mullins. She received a card from a Virginia hospital telling her what? Was it A, that she was dead, B, to pay the rest of her $10 million bill, or C, that they found her baby?
I'm going to base this on my personal bias against healthcare and getting billed 100 different ways for every visit. So whether it's right or not, I'm just going to say B.
I'm sorry, sir. It was actually, they sent her a letter in the mail to tell her that she was dead. It seems like an interesting thing to get in the mail.
Isn't there like a coroner for that? Isn't that his job? Or
I would think, but I would also think that maybe it gets you out of a lot of that spam email or spam mail and junk emails and all that stuff, maybe?
I just want to know who woke up at the hospital and thought that was a good idea to send that. That seems... Wow.
I don't know. All right, Colby.
All right.
You're tied. You have the chance to win the game with this question right here.
I'm Steph Curry in this one.
I don't know if that's good or bad after this finals.
Just throwing it up.
New Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz was recently saved from what predicament? Is it that A, he was being chased by a gaggle of geese, B, his tie got stuck in the elevator door, or C, he was trapped in a gas station bathroom?
Oh, that's a tough one. Gosh, we'll definitely Steph Curry this one. We'll go with C. He was stuck in the bathroom. Sounds like a good place to be stuck.
You are correct. and
Wow.
you have won this game.
Sweet.
I did have a tiebreaker answer, so I'm curious. I want to kind of throw it out there just to see how you guys do. 4th of July weekend, we're going to be releasing this for the 4th of July weekend. How many pounds of fireworks does America purchase every 4th of July? And so the way I was going to do this was give each of you the chance to answer, and then it was going to be closest to answer.
Yikes. I'm going to say 1 million pounds. I'm going big.
Okay, 1 million pounds.
I was going to say 40 million pounds. It's probably way too much, but
Might be that high. Dude.
Okay, well, Thomas is closer, but he's still kind of a ways off. It's 250 million pounds of fireworks
Yikes.
every year. America is crazy.
can we just not buy fireworks one year and settle the national debt? Is that possible?
Yeah, but then they'd celebrate with fireworks.
We celebrated with Tannerite. Just took that out, blew stuff up. Works for me.
The founding fathers would be so proud.
It would.
Sports!
The best part of the NBA season is currently going. No, not the NBA Finals. It is a free agency. July 1st is the first official day that teams can start talking to players. Of course, they talked to them before that, but the moratorium ends on the 7th, where teams can finally start actually signing these guys. And we just ended one of the more compelling NBA Finals playoff series that I remember seeing, especially that Game 7. What do you guys think? Did you guys watch Game 7?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a good game. Really good game.
I had never watched the NBA Finals, but I really wanted to see who won Game 7, especially since the Warriors didn't really conduct themselves like champions there in the latter part of the Finals. It didn't feel like so. I found myself very captivated by what was going on there.
Who would you guys be looking at to win the title next year?
I'm going to Knicks. We're going Knicks.
I should have known that. All those years that you'd play as the Knicks in NBA
Right.
2K.
It's going to be the paraplegic squad.
Amari for 3.
It's half court, but I don't care. Throwing it up.
You played Amari like Steph plays for real.
Well, I made more shots than Steph did in Game 7 now.
You did. Yeah, you did, because you beat me all the time.
But no, in all seriousness, I think maybe if this rumor with the Clippers meet with Durant goes down, that could be a serious contender next year. They got to clear up some space. I don't know who they're going to get rid of, but that could be huge.
I think if he wants to win a title, that'd be his best bet.
Oh yeah,
I think even better than the Thunder. If they found a way to get all 4 of him and the other big 3 they've got there, that would be crazy impressive. But I think they might have to do a sign and trade Blake
Right.
Griffin. Of course, Blake Griffin to go home to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Chris Paul is really good, but I feel like if you get rid of Blake, then you're losing a playmaker. Somebody
I don't
take
know.
some pressure off of him.
Yeah. I mean, that could be tough. DeAndre Jordan's still a good, phenomenal inside player, and Durant plays predominantly a strong 4, even though he's really not a 4. That could be an easy replacement for Blake Griffin, but we'll see.
Well, the 4th of July weekend is here. If you guys are listening to this before 4th of July, there are a lot of things to avoid. I haven't had a lot of mishaps, but, I mean, you could always end up like Jason Pierre-Paul, and that would be no good. Of course, he still got him a contract, so I guess it worked out for him.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot happen to me, although one time I was playing basketball with a kid, and he was just kind of being dumb. And then I was still shooting around after he was done, and then he shot a stinking bottle rocket right into my back and put a hole in one of my favorite shirts. I was pretty mad. Do you guys have any good 4th of July stories?
Ooh. None that I can really think of off the top of my head. I know last year, and this is something to avoid, don't light a firework when you're standing in the middle of the whole kit and caboodle. It's a little dangerous. Didn't do it, but watch the guy light them, and then everything shot off up and around him, and he was dead center of it. Luckily, no one got hurt, but could have been bad.
And that goes back to your insurance claim?
It does. I mean, it's a liability claim waiting to happen. Get event insurance if you're buying a lot of like fireworks. It's worth it.
Is this a Christmas for insurers?
No, it's Halloween for us. We hate claims. The last thing we want to see is anyone have a claim. That's why you have insurance. But ultimately they measure us on that stuff. That's kind of the inside gig. That's what goes on. But by all means, we don't want anyone to get hurt. It's there to make sure you don't get hurt. So have insurance. That's all you got to make sure you do. Have insurance, and it prevents accidents and a whole lot of money coming out of your pocket. That's for sure.
Thomas, you have any good 4th of July stories?
Yeah. You know my brother, so you can imagine there's been a lot of borderline idiotic firework incidents at the Hardesty household. But just thinking back, 4th of July in general, I hang on to sandals way longer than I should. It drives my wife crazy. But, I wear them once they're falling apart. And tennis shoes the same way. And I had a pair of running shoes on once, and the bottom sole was falling off of it. And so I looked like the old cartoon hobos when they walk down the street, And so I was sticking bottle rockets in there and shooting them off of the little gap between the bottom of the sole and the shoe where it was falling off. And I was trying to be cool like Jackie Chan or something, and I would light the bottle rocket and stick it in that little gap, and then I would run and jump up and kick and try to like jumpstart the bottle rocket that way. And it worked once, but I tried jumping off of my parents' picnic table, and it was really wet because it had rained the night before. And so I slipped after I had lit the bottle rocket.
Oh, no.
And I ran up, and I slipped, and I banged my shin really hard. And, my reflex was to grab my shin because it hurt. And the bottle rocket hadn't gone out of my shoe yet, so I had a bloody shin and a bottle rocket pointing right at my face. And I tried shaking my foot, and the bottle rocket wouldn't go out. So I just had to kind of point my foot off in a general direction.
Good you had time to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right in the eye. That would have been real bad.
Yeah, the duds are never the ones you want to be duds there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was a pretty stupid 4th of July fireworks story. And there's also the others, kind of like Colby said, of people lighting them off in the middle. And then one time I was at my friend's house camping, and one of my buddies, and I say buddies with air quotes, little bottle rocket off in the tent, and it blew up right by my ear, and I couldn't hear it out of that ear for 3 days. And he thought it was pretty funny, but I'm not going to lie. I was pretty salty about the whole affair.
I don't blame you. At least I guess you couldn't hear him laughing.
Yeah, they, everybody saw the humor in it, but I was a little sore. But it was also 5 o'clock in the morning, and
Jeez.
So we were all young and stupid. But I was young and cranky at that point. So.
Well, we hope that you guys all stay safe this 4th of July and enjoy the weekend. If you guys are listening to us on iTunes, please head over there to iTunes and leave us a review. That'd be great. It helps us get found on iTunes and just helps us spread the word out a little bit more. And a question to the listeners out there. I'll go ahead and put it on the Facebook page. What is the most dangerous, the funniest, the oddest 4th of July story that you have? And we'll discuss it with you there on Facebook. Today, we were Colby.
Yes, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thomas.
I guess I'm grateful. It's been okay.
And I am Jeff, and we are out.
His mom got us all puppets, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we had a theater? And she's like, I don't know.